you can create an indoor oasis using indoor plants. And Joshua with Greengate Garden Center has some tips. Even if you're even if you don't think that you've got a green thumb, there are some plants that you likely won't kill.
Certainly. And the most important thing is finding, just like outside, finding the right plant for the right spot. So you need to look at light is the biggest thing, and then after that, making sure that you give it whatever type of watering it wants.
Okay, for somebody who has never really tried to keep a plant alive, there are some easy ones that are nearly impossible to kill. You brought some of them with you, like this devil's ivy or a spider plant.
Yeah, those are super easy, prefer medium to bright light, and they're going to be really, really easy.
And you know, these ivy, what are these, pothos, is that what these are
pothos
called?
ivy.
These are the ones you see a lot of times in offices under like fluorescent light.
And sometimes even in restaurants, you know, they're just super, super hardy plants.
Okay, really, really easy. But again, you want to give them exposure to some sunlight.
To some bright light.
You know, usually watering once a week is all it needs.
Normally, but everybody's different. I've got a tree at home that in the nursery we have to water twice a week or so for the size, and mine is every 3 or 4 weeks.
Oh, wow.
So it's really important that you're actually filling in the soil, seeing if it's wet or dry, and then watering it accordingly.
Okay, why do you not want to overwater any of these?
The roots, just like your outdoor plants, they need a certain amount of air to survive, and so it just causes some conditions that bacteria start growing, starts rotting out the roots, and then can kill the plant.
All right, this Sansevieria is also super popular and really, really hardy.
That one is super easy. You might not have to water that, but every 2 to 4 weeks, it's a really, really easy one to grow, and that can take some fairly dark light. The ZZ plant over here is another one that's super easy, very low water requirements, can take dark light. You can almost put it in a closet if you wanted to.
That's fantastic. And you've brought some cacti with you, or some more arid type of plants that are really popular right now.
Yeah, they're really trending right now. Anything in the succulents and cactus are a lot of fun. And there's so many different shapes and colors and textures that you don't see in other plants. So this one here is a type of euphorbia. I think it's called an African milk plant, something like that.
Okay.
But it is a type of euphorbia. You'll put out these little leaves along the spines, and then they'll have little flowers coming up along it as well. So that's a neat one.
For something like that, or a succulent, how often should you water those? Because that's tricky.
So the cactus, this isn't actually really a cactus, but true cactus like a little bit less water than succulents. Succulents, you want to let them dry out between waterings, but you won't want to let them stay dry for extended periods of time.
Okay, you've brought this really cool, is this called like a ponytail plant?
Yeah, it's a ponytail palm.
Yeah, those are really, really neat.
And those are easy too. They prefer it on the drier side, bright light.
Okay, is that a slow growing plant?
That's extremely slow growing.
Okay.
So this one you could keep in your house for years without ever having to worry about it outgrowing the space and getting too big.
Okay, you brought a few of the larger indoor plants with you down here.
Yeah, so you always start with the size that's closer to what you want for the space, because most of them are fairly slow growing. You're constricting the roots. You're not trying to make them grow as fast. But we have this areca palm and the peace lily or spathiphyllum. And there are also even bigger plants or smaller plants, just whatever fits your space and works for you.
All right, you just got to find what works for you and talk to the experts at Greengate Garden Center to get started on your own green thumb adventure. It's not as hard as you think, and you really ought to give it a try. Create an oasis in your own space. Thanks so much for showing us all of this.
Thanks for having us.
Stay with us. We're going to have more Midday Show for you right after the break.